So I wanted to be a good muñequita and make my dad proud. And so I enrolled in business school. And I was really focused on getting my degree and really going out there and making a living, right? But I love what Robert said, because when you're passionate, you never have to go to a job again and make a living. You create a life that you're passionate about, and you actually have to set an alarm to stop working because it's such a joy. Seriously. And that's what happened to me. I don't know about you, but many times in life, pain pushes us until vision pulls. And when I was 19 years old, and I was one semester away from graduating with my business degree, I had a life-changing experience. My 16-year-old brother had an epileptic seizure, and he suddenly passed away. And this was a total turning point in my life. Because at that point in time, I was doing something because I thought that's what my purpose was. And I realized that my vision and my purpose was so much bigger. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that. That my vision for what I was supposed to achieve was bigger than just getting a job and making a living. It was like Ana Maria Arias, to make a difference. And so I made a critical decision to change my major and to go into counseling and to empower people with disabilities to get jobs. And I remember getting my first job at a government agency, and I was so excited because I was so passionate to make a difference. And I was so surprised when I walked in the door and I was like, oh, let's do this, let's make a difference. And people were like, hello? Right? Like Revenge of the Body Snatchers. Nobody, the lights were on, but nobody was home. I'm sure you don't work with anybody like this, right? Just completely disengaged. And I'm like, what? I'm so passionate. My role was to help Latinos with disabilities to get jobs. It was like, I woke up every morning so excited. And I realized that it wasn't the people with disabilities that needed the help, it was my coworkers, right? They needed to be passionate about what they did. So as Latinas, what do we do when there's a challenge or a problem, right? We do something about it. We don't complain, we don't sit there, we take action. So I decided in 2002 to form a company called Passionate Living Now, to empower people to live passionately, purposefully, and prosperously. And remember, I didn't finish my business degree, so I had no idea what I was doing, right? But I had a vision. And I had Latinas that supported me from the very beginning. I think one of my first speaking engagements was for Hope, when Helen and Carrie invited me to speak. My first speaking engagement was for the NLBWA, when Teresa first started the LA chapter, yes? And they asked me if I would speak. And before I knew it, my little business that I started in the living room and had my husband go to the bedroom when I ran circles. Remember Lupita? And I had these empowerment groups, right? And then all of a sudden, I had this business. And it was like I was on the treadmill. And I was running and running. And I was like, oh, great. I'm so excited. This business is taking off. And suddenly, I couldn't do my day job and do my business. It was compromising my health and well-being. And what I learned to realize is if we don't take care and invest in our health, we will pay for sickness. And I was walking down the street one day, and I looked behind me, and clumps of my thick hair was on the ground. I was in the process of planning my wedding, and my wedding dress was backless, and I had hives on my back because of the excessive Diet Coke I was drinking to keep up with the demands of my day. I went from having a cold to having bronchitis to being in the hospital with walking pneumonia and on a breathing machine. And I was like, uh-oh. There's got to be a better way to be successful without compromise. Powerful and strong, busy, professional Latinas to be successful without killing ourselves. And so we came together and we started a company called Synergy Unlimited. And we realized the power of synergy is so amazing. Buckminster Fuller coined the term synergy, meaning the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
If you want want to receive a copy of my book, Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict, I gave it away as a free gift, and I want to give it to you as well. Just go to www.deborahderas.com and put your email. You'll be subscribed to the Power of Synergy newsletter, which will give you tips on success with ease and grace, and you will immediately get a copy of the book with principles that will help you to achieve more with less effort. I really believe that with the power of synergy,